Hey everybody, can you see me? Hey, I just wanted to come on here. I've been saying for the last couple days I was going to come on here and talk. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Easter. I know things have been screwed up this year, big time. We can't let it get us down. We go through trials and tribulations and everything all the time. We have people brought into our lives that are supposed to be there temporarily. They're brought on as lessons. Now, it depends on how you learn from your lesson. Every day is a lesson in life. You learn something every day. It doesn't matter if you don't think you've learned anything. You learn something every day. People are brought into our lives. Some of them are brought in here to be part of our lives, be there forever. Some of them are brought into our lives because that's what we need at that time in our life to help us get through what we're going through. People come, people go. Depends on how you handle them and how you handle what's going on. We bring people into our lives. God brings people into our lives that are going to be there to help us and to work us and to help us through things. People are brought in there, like I said, to teach us. It's either teaching us something good or teaching us something bad that we don't need to go through in the future, preparing us for what we've got coming up in life. Some of you know I've been through a lot. I've had a lot of stress, hard times, mental issues, not mental issues, but mental strain. It all depends on how you handle what's going on. We go through little things in life. We go through big things in life. It's how we come through on the backside of them. When things are done, how we carry on with our lives. Are we going to let it beat us and drive us down and knock us down and basically turn us into the shell of the person we were? We all have good times and bad times. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and nothing. I've seen some rainbows. I've seen some sunshine. Never seen a unicorn. But you know what I'm saying. Not everything in life is happiness. Not everything in life is sadness. We've got to take the good with the bad. And with the bad, we got to look forward for the good. Because for every bad thing that goes on in our life, we are told that we have blessings waiting for us. The hardest things in life, we have something good on the backside of it. It doesn't matter what it is. We're all going through this corona, the COVID-19. Don't be out unless you're essential. God bless the people on the front lines, our healthcare workers, that are killing themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, draining themselves out there to help make people better. They're wearing thin. They're wearing down. A lot of them are working 16-hour shifts, 7 days a week, and just they're about to drop at the end of it. Those people are the heroes. Those people are the heroes. They're the ones that are putting their lives on their line, their health on their line, their family life on their line to help people they don't even know or help people that they take care of. Our doctors and nurses in the hospitals, our nurses and CNAs and everything that are in the nursing homes, taking care of the people that are there, that are sick, that are dying, that have nothing that, which being on lockdown as they are now, when they can't get visitors. These are the people that are taking care of your family, because you can't get in there to do it. You can't go in and visit. All you can do is try to deal with what you're being told. Everybody's going through hard times. I'm not going to lie to you. I go through hard times. You go through hard times. Whoever is watching this right now, you've been through hard times. But you know what? Do they last forever? No. I've been going through some stuff, and a lot of you know it. And I have this saying, and I've said it before, and I'll always say it again. I loved it. It was in a movie, The Crow. I have it tattooed on my arm. My oldest son has it tattooed on his arm. Basically, the meaning is, what it says is, it can't rain all the time. Basically, what it's saying is, no matter how heavy the rains are, how dark it looks to you, what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It can't rain all the time. The sun's going to come back out. We struggle with things we can't control, with people we can't control. You have no control over what is going through somebody's life, somebody's mind, what they're dealing with. You don't know what they're dealing with. Half the time, you don't even know what you're dealing with when it comes down to it. I've said it before. I told my story back in January a little bit, the stuff that I went through. And I only do this to try to help with people, because it helps me get things off my chest, and maybe it'll help somebody else get something off theirs. I was married in October 2017. My divorce was final, and I went through a rough time. I then got introduced shortly after to someone who completely turned my life upside down, inside out, and ripped it apart. Basically, I had false accusation charges pressed against me for sexual battery. I fought them for over a year and a half before I was found not guilty. Don't know the reasoning why this person did this. Only thing that anybody can think of is they either had a shitty life and wanted to try to destroy someone else's to see if it would make them feel better, or it all come down to somebody thinking that maybe I had money and was trying to get money. Well, I fought through that. I've had relationships off and on, issues and things like that, for a while. Got through all of those, got them sent down the road. Don't have to worry about those issues again. Because I know things are going to work out for me. I don't wish any ill will on anybody, even though the stuff that's gone through. Because the reason I think someone would do something to somebody else, either they're plain evil, or they have so many issues they don't know what they're doing, and they just want to try to feel good. That's fine. Those people who do wrong towards other people, that do evil things towards other people, you will get yours in the end. The day that we have to stand at those gates and confess our sins, and see where they go. Everybody who does something wrong to somebody else basically has to pay the piper. That means what goes around comes around, also known as karma. Karma strikes. It may not strike how you want it, but like I said, what goes around comes around. everybody that knows me knows that I am a kind, caring person. I care for people. I hate when people are upset. I hate when people are down. I hate when people are having hard times. And I will do what I can to try to help them. But you can't help the people that don't want to help themselves. Everybody has that kindness in them. It's a humanity. But when you're dealing with something and you are going through something in your mind, in your soul, inside you that is ripping you apart, and you offer to help someone else, try to help get them out of their ordeal, and it drags you down. Basically, it comes down to this person that you're trying to help doesn't really want to help themselves. And what we end up doing is hurting ourselves in the long run. It's hard to say, but if somebody's not willing to help themselves, why are we willing to help them? Makes you think a little bit, doesn't it? It's our human nature. I'm always the first one to jump in and help someone. And it's come out and it has bit me in the ass more times than one. I look to the good in everybody. And you know, the funny thing is, it's even people that have done me wrong. I still look to the good on them. Because not everybody is a bad person. Not everybody is a good person. It doesn't matter. Everybody has bad thoughts. Everybody has good thoughts. But you got to figure out, do you want to bring what you're going through to somebody else and try to damage them the way you're being damaged by it? I'm not saying if you need help, don't ask for help. There's people out there that'll help you. Even when I'm going through something mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm always trying to help. It's something that we have to do. It's in me. People tell me that, you know, I'm a good guy. But when things keep compiling, building up just all over you, then sometimes you start to think that maybe you're not a good guy. That maybe you done something wrong and this is payback for whatever you've done. It's when you look at every cloud and you think, well, it's going to rain. Oh, well, yep, this day's going to be bad. You wake up in the morning in your life, you just can't see the good. That's when you stop and you think, it's a new day. It's a new start. It's a new life. Every day we get a chance to start all over again and make our days the best that we can. Try to make our life the best we can. And when we do that, we want to share the kindness to other people. Maybe the smile we give somebody walking in the convenience store with us, a little smile, it might make their day. Telling somebody, have a wonderful day, might be exactly what they need to get them going. It's not a grand gesture, but it might be to somebody else. Basically what I'm trying to say is I really don't have a clue what I'm trying to say, but we need to bring humanity back. I know people are struggling with all kinds of things out here. I struggle with things. I don't know who all's watching this. I kind of see who was on, off. But just remember one thing. We're set here on this earth, on this planet, not to be a glutton for ourselves, but to celebrate life, enjoy life. Jesus died for our sins, but he is risen. So with all of that, and today being the day we celebrate his death and his rising, just remember, no matter how bad you think your life is, Jesus sacrificed his for yours, so you could live life and basically live your life to help other people. Not be selfish towards yourself. Not only want what is good for you, but what's good for everybody. It's like when all of this started. People gathered every bit of paper goods, as far as toilet paper, paper towels, all the cleaning supplies that were out there, because they didn't think of their fellow man. They were trying to protect themselves, and that's a wonderful thing. Protect yourself, protect your family. But get what you need. Because you take way too much and it just stockpiles. Then what about your neighbor? The little old lady that always bakes you cookies and brings you cookies over. Or the guy down the street that no matter how bad of a day you're having when you drive by, who waves at you, that always has the kind word, who's always willing to help you. Everything that the people hoarded, that they gathered and they stockpiled because they think, okay, I'm going to save myself, the hell with everybody else. I'm going to keep my hands sanitary. I'm going to keep my life sanitary. When you buy 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, when maybe you need one or two, that leaves 16,998 people, or two of them for each. So it gives 8,000 people that you can have the risk of hurting, that could get sick because, excuse my language, you're an asshole. I'm tired of preaching about that. You know, people are going to do what they think there is best for them, and they don't give a shit about other people. But you know what? Think of your fellow man. How would you feel if you went to go get there and you found out the person in front of you bought the last 25 cases of something, but yet your family needed it to get on, to survive? You'd be upset. Why would you want to do that to somebody else? Why in any form out there would you want to do something that you know is going to hurt someone else so you don't have to deal with it? Because, you know, I read something one time that we are 7 people away from knowing everybody in the world, having a connection to everybody in the world. 7 people. But you know what? We're all neighbors. We all come from the same places. Way down the line, everything started with Adam and Eve. And then it started back up with Noah. But when you lose humanity in your life, when you lose humanity on this earth, you become extinct. You become a dead planet. Now, if we can't go out and help our neighbors, and we can't make sure that our kids are safe, and the neighbor kids are safe, and the elderly people down the road that may not have enough to get through, but are doing everything they can to get by, but yet you turn around and all you care about is taking care of yourself and to hell with everybody else, then maybe you need that smack in the head that makes you realize that, oh, there's other people out there just important as I am. I'm not saying don't think that you're not important, because everybody's important. Go back a couple years. Human lives matter. Not just black lives, not just any life. Every life, every human life matters. Why can't we try and be a little more human to everybody else? When I started talking about this, I didn't know where I was going. I'm still not exactly sure where I've been during this talk. I know I've been all over the board, all over everywhere. I wanted just to kind of talk to relieve my head a little bit, relieve my mind, maybe give some other people something to think about. Our lives in this trying time, those of us who are quarantined, who cannot get out and go do something for themselves, who actually have to stay inside, locked up inside their homes, my prayers are with you. I have family members that are that way right now. I worry, I pray about them every day. I check on them. Check on your family members. See how they are doing. Because you know what? Maybe they're not doing as good as you think they are. But you know what? If you don't check on them, who's going to? But this is trying times for everybody. Everybody's going through so much right now. We can't actually live our lives that we have gotten used to. Instead of tearing this country apart, this is the time we start building it. And this is proven right now that not all your heroes wear a jersey and have numbers on them. Your heroes wear scrubs. They wear utility pants. And they ride around in vehicles with flashing lights on them. These are the people, the EMTs, the paramedics, your nurses, your doctors, everybody in the healthcare, the essential workers, the people trying to keep our stores up and going, that try to keep somewhat of our humanity and our lifestyles that we have been living, that try to keep it going. I am a plumber. I've been running quite a bit since all this happened. I do work in hospitals, in doctors' offices, in things like that. And people think, oh, why would you need a plumber? A plumber's job is to make sure potable water, drinking water, and fresh, healthy, clean water to hospitals, to your houses, to the restaurants, to the gas stations, to everything, your churches, your synagogues, and all of that. We're the ones that make sure you have clean, healthy water. And we're also the ones that make sure that the wastewater leaves the building and goes to where it can be treated. So I guess we are essential. Because without fresh, clean water, how would things go? But our nurses, our doctors, our EMTs, our paramedics, our firemen, our policemen, everybody that is out there on the front lines dealing with this, our National Guard that called up to help patrol things and make sure things are happening right. This is not something that we need to take lightly, because those people are putting their lives, their health at risk to make sure your life is good, that you have little disruptions in your life. I know it's tough on everybody, but if you step back and you look, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. And we've just got to keep going through it and going towards it. So, everybody try to keep your spirits up. Try to keep your head up. And let's keep walking this path. And keep going. And checking on our fellow man. And making sure everybody's okay. Just keep working our way through life. I guess that's about all I've got to talk about tonight. I'm praying for each and every one of you out there. I hope everything in this gets done and we can get on with our lives back to the way they were, or our new path down the road. I love you all, and those of you that have been watching, thank you for watching. Those of you that are going to watch, thank you. I hope this helped you and it didn't confuse you. But everybody have a wonderful Easter. Have a wonderful Sunday. And let's hit the ground tomorrow morning running. No matter if we're stuck at home, working from home, doing homeschooling with our kids, or if we've got to be out there on the front lines, making sure people are getting healthy, trying to take care of people. That is what we do. Everybody, thank you that watched, and I'll be back later with some more. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye now.